All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Housed in the Car's Millennial Talk Tuesday. My name is Stephanie Milburn. I am the campaign manager for Housed in the Car, and today we have a very special segment. We are introducing some fresh new faces to our virtual stage. So I have the pleasure of introducing our Millennial Talk Tuesday host, co-host, and our anchor for our next segments. Guys, please put your virtual hands together and welcome to the stage. We have our new anchor, Miss Clara Lyons Devon. We have our new host, Erica Rawls, and our co-host, Leslie Ann Seale. So thank you, Realtors, for joining our House in the Cars Millennial Talk Tuesday. So what we wanted to do was extend these segments and marketing opportunities to our Realtors Nation. So we have extended the hosting abilities. Not only are they able to host, but our Realtors are able to display their services and talents so that you guys can be better served in your community. So we have Realtors from all over in our local chapters. So we have a few that are here today, and I'm going to let you guys talk a little bit and tell the audience who you are and just tell them a little bit about yourself. So we're going to start with our anchor, Miss Clara.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Clara Lyons Devon. I'm just really excited to be here today. I'm excited about the National Association of Real Estate Brokers initiative, Housed in the Car, and especially Millennial Talk Tuesday, which is what we're talking about today. You know, for those of you who are interested in purchasing a property or have already purchased a home, really hoping that we will interest as many millennials as possible in real estate to either buy a real estate, if you haven't bought a real estate before, but basically to buy the house before you buy the car. And I've been affiliated with the National Association of Real Estate Brokers for quite a while. I'm not going to say how many years, but I'm the broker owner of Lyons Realty. We do residential real estate, commercial for small businesses and nonprofits, and property management services. We also have coming soon a real estate school, which is Lyons Academy. And the other hat on top of that, I'm also the board chair for the Southern New Jersey chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. And prior to that, I was the president there for about 4 years. So I have a long history with the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I have a heart and a passion for what we do and for the services that we provide in the community.
Thank you, Clara. So you guys, you see all of the accolades that Ms. Clara has, and you understand why she has become our new anchor. She is full of knowledge. She has the realtor spirit, and she's going to do very well. I'm going to move right along to Ms. Erica Rawls.
Yes, thank you so much. I consider it an honor just to be a part of such a dynamic program. The National Association of Real Estate Brokers was introduced to me by Tracy Carter, who we have the local chapters in Central PA. So ever since I got the information, became a member, actually when I went to the initial meeting, I just was like, why didn't I know about this sooner? And as soon as I got the information, I was just like reading it every single day, just immersing myself in it because it just aligned with our purpose is for my team. So I'm excited because millennials, I have a passion for millennials because I have millennials in my house. And I think it's very important that they're educated, unlike we may have been when we grew up, so that they can actually have the toolage to be successful homeowners. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. We are excited to have you, and your story is similar to mine. Madam Letitia Grant introduced me to NAREB, and I was thinking the same thing, like, why didn't I know about this before? But
Yes.
We're so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you're our host, and we're going to move on to, last but not least, Leslie Ann Seale. She is a millennial herself. So Leslie, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Leslie Ann Seale. I'm a realtor and proud realtist under Halo Realty. I was first introduced to the National Association of Real Estate Brokers through James Gaverty, who actually owns Title Guarantee in New Jersey and New York. And he mentioned it and it sounded excellent. And then I happened to run into Maya Ronnie Smith and my heart was like, when can I join? How can I join? When can I join? So I'm truly excited about people my age and also younger starting to really think about how to invest their money, how to plan for generational wealth. Like that's something that we don't talk about as a community, I think, as much as we should. And so I'm just so proud to be a part of a program that really wants to push, that narrative and that initiative for our people to say, look, this is a way that we can kind of take back our communities. This is a way that we can prepare ourselves and give ourselves a better financial future.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. We are so excited for this transition, and we're so excited to extend this opportunity to our realtors. And, we just have, I can see that you guys are full of the realtor spirit. So I can tell that this is going to be an awesome journey for all of you. And I'll be here with you guys. I'm maybe not showing up all the time. You don't need me. You're going to do just fine. But let's talk a little bit about what Millennial Talk Tuesday is. I know many of us have joined in for weeks. We started this when the pandemic first started around March. So we wanted to make sure that we're still reaching our audience virtually because we're not able to touch everyone, physically. So we had a 21, 22, 23 city tour plan for 2020. However, that did not happen, but we are still at the forefront of increasing our African-American home ownership percentage. So we wanted to make sure that we have resources available to each and every one, especially the millennial group, because we want to get it started early, because the average age for African-American homeowners is in their mid-40s. So we want to change that, and we want to see increased numbers and start a little bit earlier. So that's why House in the Car has targeted the millennial group. So Millennial Talk Tuesday is to reach out to millennials who have not purchased a home yet, who are wanting to purchase but have questions or on the fence or have fears. We have learned through our research that a lot of the millennials just have a lack of knowledge, and some of them are really scared to get out there. We also have learned that they're looking for the perfect house. They want it to be super duper convenient. They live in this microwave era, so they want everything to be easy, but they've done a lot of research. So we have been able to provide some resources for them. So guys, why don't you tell the audience some things that houseinthecar.com has in store?
Well, I was going to say, considering the fact that only 44% of Black families own their homes as the first quarter of 2020, it's really, really important that you guys take advantage of our resources to help prepare you, because that's in comparison to 73.7% of our white households. Now, our website in particular has a down payment resource widget that you can use to help you figure out how much you're going to need to save for your down payment. We have credit resources to help you figure out the best steps in preparing your credit for homeownership. We have a FICO score estimator and several other budget tools available as well. So it's definitely in your best interest to take a look at our website and start utilizing these things so that you can better prepare yourself and your children, and most of all, millennials with passive income. These are the tools you should be looking at on a regular basis, so that way you can take advantage of markets like this and move forward in the homeownership process.
And you know what, Leslie, you said it best. You said it best. I don't think we even need to back up. Go behind you on that one. But just to add to it, I think just to have the resources in one location for them to actually take advantage of is huge, because there's so much misinformation out there that could be misleading or misguiding to anyone. And then real estate in itself is just so complex in itself, you know what I mean? So just to be able to break it down, go to one place, have the resources, have the people that you can contact, just all in one place, in one space, and it's a safe space. I think that's just phenomenal. So yeah, I'm telling everybody about it. Everyone in Central PA, you do New Jersey, and Texas. And I think that, and everyone else is going to come on board. I think we're going to have a great time. We really are. And we're going to see those percentages go up.
Yes. I mean, the name alone just makes it easy if you think about it. House, then the car. Put it in your brains, people. You need your house, then your car, because car debt is stopping a lot of us millennials from even being able to purchase a home. You know, just the other day, I had a man, we finally agreed on, the terms of the contract, and he was 51, and this was his first time purchasing a home. And he stood there with tears in his eyes, and he was just so proud, and his family behind him. And you could see how much hard work and effort it took for this man, and the pride he had with the shake of a hand saying, this is the deal, this is now my home. And to stand by and watch it, it's like, this is something that we could be preparing our children for before they even graduate high school. You think about graduation gifts, and you always.
Oh, Leslie, I hope we didn't lose you. You were saying some good stuff.
Oh, she froze up on us.
I always like to inspire people.
There she goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm passionate about it, because really, if we can start, if we re-trigger the way that we think about money and finances with our children and the example that we set for our youth, you could literally be purchasing multi-unit properties and starting that residual income while your child's in college. Then they come out, they have a place to stay. Children, you're graduating high school, you're going into college, you're going to be applying for credit cards. These are things to think about. Would it not be better for you to have a place that you can rent out and keep that residual income and maybe travel abroad during your junior and senior year? Or once you graduate, you go straight into home ownership rather than starting the whole rent race. These are just things that, you want to remember: your house, then your car, because the house will pay for your car, depending on how you make your investments.
You are absolutely right, Leslie. Yeah, and last week we introduced our down payment resource tab, and that has become one of my favorite, because you can type in an address and you can find out what down payment is available for that particular address. Now, how beneficial is that to some of your first-time buyers? I think that is phenomenal, and to have that at your fingertips as a realtor and to share with your consumer, that's going to be a game changer, because sometimes our clients may need just a little bit to get them over the hump, because I'm a first-time buyer specialist. I work with so many first-time buyers, and I mean, just about 95% of them have utilized down payment assistance. So when we're thinking about things that they're eligible for, if we can just simply go to houseinthecar.com, click on our resources and go to our down payment resource tab, then I mean, we can have them signed up for so many things that are available to them, and they're going to think that you're the best realtor in the world, because you have provided them with all this knowledge and all these resources. And guess what? It's right at your fingertips. It is through houseinthecar.com. So we have provided these things to our realtors family, to our consumers, and especially our millennials. So Clara, how have these resources helped you in your business?
I think probably the resource that I like the best is the FICO estimator that's on the House in the Car website. A lot of people don't understand the importance of their credit score, and they say, oh, my credit score is not high enough, and they don't really, they don't understand what goes into the credit score. And the FICO estimator asks very specific questions, and it lets them know how their credit score is built. And then at the end, it gives them an estimate of what range their credit score would be in. So they really know what their credit score is, because people say, oh, it's too low, I can't afford this and I can't afford that. And you'd really be surprised. You used to be able, like from a 580 to a 680 in that range. Of course, we want 640, 680, 700 and above, but you can purchase a home with a credit score in the lower 600s, and using that FICO estimator, answering some very simple questions will kind of tell you what your range is. So using the FICO estimator that's on the website is probably, I think, one of the most important tools, because if your credit score is not right, you can't begin the process. And then once you know what your credit score is, then you can go back and start to build your credit to a way that you can purchase that first property. So I would say, for me, credit, budgeting, credit, finances, credit, credit, to really start looking at that. And then for our young people especially, I don't think a lot of times people think about how the little things that they do impact their credit score. So if you just, it doesn't matter how much debt you have, but if you consistently pay it on time, month after month, just pay on time. That has so much, that'll keep your credit score stable and actually bump it up, in the long run. So the sooner that people understand credit, understand how they pay their bills, impacts the ability of what they can do in the future, the better. So that FICO estimator all day long.
I agree. All of the resources are very vital to home ownership. And you mentioned credit and budget. So all of these resources go hand in hand because we do have an online interactive budget that our viewers or millennials or anyone can use it. So it's not, all of the tools are not specifically just for millennials. We just have targeted that group because we want to start earlier in our journey of home ownership because currently the average age for African Americans to purchase their first home is in their mid-40s. But we want to see more millennials and more younger of the generation to start in their 20s, to start it, as early as possible to become a homeowner so that they can start early building that generational wealth. And it starts with home ownership. So we are advocates for building Black wealth through home ownership. So our tools are geared towards doing just that.
And one other thing I wanted to mention too, that I guess it's like we know it, but we don't even think about it. It's free, people. It's free. There are so many people that I see on Instagram with it. You want to learn how to get into the real estate game? Well, just click here, and people want you to pay here, here, and here to learn things that they should be common knowledge, especially amongst our community. And to have it all in one area where anybody, anytime, no matter what industry you're in, if you're thinking real estate, can go and not have to go through a hassle of signing up for this, that, and the other, but just go straight to the resources that they need, and they can poke around and look around and educate themselves at their own free will whenever they want without being harassed via spam, email and spam. That's you can't ask for more,
That's a really good point, Leslie, that it's free, that they don't have to put in any personal information. And the other thing I hear from people over and over again is, I don't want the lender to pull my credit. I don't want them to affect my score. And with the FICO estimator, they can kind of find out what range they're in without anybody pulling their score, without any hits on their credit, and without that invasiveness that sometimes people feel.
Which is a huge part in our community. Is I think the reason why they don't want to pick up the phone is because they don't want anyone touching their credit. They don't want that because it's like, no, I don't want you to hit it. I worked so hard to get it there. Please don't hit it. So I think it's huge. And then to your point, Leslie, too, millennials, they don't have time to waste. They don't have time to waste. So for you to say, I have to sign up for this and click this button and do it, they're leaving. They're out of here. So I think, again, the way that we have this set up on our platform is going to be beneficial to, like you said, Stephanie, not just millennials, but to everybody. It's a resource that we can just take advantage of. Use it. It's there for you.
And it's absolutely. And having these resources available at no cost, that is something huge. I mean, not a lot of organizations are doing that. So kudos to National Association of Real Estate Brokers for providing Housed in the Car to send out this information for free, because we have our Millennial Talk Tuesday segment that is full of knowledge to give out. We have our Homeownership Changed My Life and our Super Series Tuesday. In all three of these segments, there is so much knowledge. So to receive this information for free is phenomenal. So I'm just so proud to be a part of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I'm so proud to be a part of Housed in the Car. And I'm so glad that you ladies have joined us to also share in this joy and the realtor spirit and with Housed in the Car. So I'm going to take a moment to see if we have any audience questions. Let's see. Okay, so we have a lot of engagement. No real questions right now. Kira says, shout out to my sister, Leslie. So thank you guys for watching. Tara Redmond says, excellent, she didn't know. Kira says, yes to education. So Kiana says, great job, ladies. So Kiana's gonna be with us next week. She's gonna be one of our new hosts for Home Ownership Changed My Life. So thank you for tuning in. And guys, tell the audience what's in store for the next few weeks.
I want to say we're going to have jam-packed excitement. You heard Leslie. Like, I want to just be sitting back listening because she is just a fireball in herself. I'm excited to be a host with her. And we want you to spread the word. We know that millennials, when you see something that's good and it resonates well with you, we know that you're going to help us spread the word. We need millennials to highlight them and to debunk some of the myths that are out there about home ownership. It starts with you. So if we come together as a village, I know we're going to do phenomenal things. I'm excited to work with everyone on this live today and moving forward. So yes, we got this. We got this.
Definitely excited, Erica. I'm pumped about it because it's important that we provide a holistic view of the homeownership process. So people that are trying to save, keep an eye on their credit, and people trying to help their credit, they know that, it balances themselves out. And I think that it's going to be excellent to provide this kind of in-depth look and to really find out what's in the minds of millennials and people considering purchasing a home, because we really need to debunk a lot of these myths and get people activated. We are capable of much more than we realize, and with the right information and education, we can do anything. So this is excellent.
Indeed. And I just say, if people are interested, if you have a desire to be a homeowner, to purchase property, and also to invest, because that's a side that I think people forget about. You may not want to live there today, but you can invest there and it'll pay where you want to live tomorrow, which is really significant. So this is a show that's definitely going to give you the information that you need. It's going to take away that edge, that fear, and have more people, really be inspired to reach out, invest in real estate, be homeowners. And if you're already a homeowner, share your story. We want people to come on, reach out to us, share your story, so you can inspire someone else to make that step, and we can get our numbers up, because 44%, we need to hit over 50. By the end of this show, we need to be 50%
Yes.
or more of African-American homeowners who are purchasing homes. So, we really reach out to everyone, like Erica said, Leslie, Stephanie, and we're excited to have you join us on this journey.
Absolutely. And we do have one other audience question. That is Mr. Jerry Isham wants to know, what is the definition of the millennial age group? So House in the Car has posted several times what we deem as the millennial age group, but there's different ages that are being posted. If you Google it, there's going to be one age. So more commonly it's between 1980 and 2000. So if you were born between that age, and I just missed it, but I still feel like I'm a millennial at heart, so I'm repping for the millennials here. But Jerry, it's those ages from 1980 to the year 2000 that are considered millennials. So just as a wrap up, guys, we thank you for becoming our new host, our new anchor, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Millennial Talk Tuesday. We also will be back next Tuesday with our brand new host for not Millennial Talk, for Home Ownership Changed My Life. So that's going to be another exciting episode. But Clara is going to stay with us. She is going to be our anchor for both segments, and we love her. Her voice is just amazing. So she just keeps everybody calm. And I don't know if she's going to become like the House in the Car mom.
Right.
She just has that vibe. She's like the HTTC mom. Yes. So Clara, I have given you a whole new role, in addition to being the anchor. So we just thank you guys, and we look forward to seeing you again next week for Homeownership Changed My Life. We'll come back the week after that with Leslie and Erica for Millennial Talk Tuesday. So we'll be excited to hear what these ladies have to say and which millennial that they're going to be interviewing on the 15th. So thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you guys again later today in a couple hours for our Super Series Tuesday wrap up. So thank you guys. Do you guys have any last words?
No, thank you. We're looking forward to it.
gonna say I can't wait for you guys to tune in. I'm so excited to work with you ladies. This is going to be excellent.
Yes.
Thank you,
thank
Facebook
you
audience.
all.
We'll see you in a couple hours.